Okay everyone, welcome back to the Long Dark Wintermute. Yes, you join me at the foot of the radio tower where things all went a bit Pete-Tong at the end of the last video with all the wolves, but we are here. I'm going to pick up my bedroll. I have recovered some of my condition and I am here with some burning out campfire and a nice torch, which I'm going to get going with now. So we're going to make our way now back towards Poacher's Camp, which is the derailed train car. That's where I'm aiming to go. Pretty sure one of the wolves we attacked did drop. I heard the dying sound of the wolf. The other one is, or was, still wandering about. But very, very injured. It ran away from us. We're all good. Okay, so I'm going to sort of head this way, which is in the opposite direction to where the wolf is. Let's just make sure it is actually going in the right direction. Yes. So we basically, I mean, I might end up just carrying on and just heading to the tower. We'll see how it pans out, really. I was only thinking the Poacher's Camp because it's a relatively sheltered area where we should quite happily be able to... Oh, God, I thought that was a bear for a split second there. It's a tree stump. Blimey. I'm on edge, I tell you. I'm on edge after all those wolf attacks. Oh! Ah!
You gotta rest that wrist.
Oh!
Worse.
Flippin' heck. Just what I needed. Damn sprain mechanics. Pain! Sprained wrist is bandage. Okay, so we need... I'm running out of first aid supplies. Let's put the bandage on. And then I'm going to go for the rose hip tea, because that'll give me some calories as well. I think that also tips the balance towards one of the side missions as well, because we've used that as a healer. Okay, so this leads us back down onto the muskeg, so we shall sort of head this way. We're off the slope now, so we've got to be watching out for the weak ice. I'm going to keep a sharp eye on this map. I'm almost tempted just to kind of head straight across to the next tower, but it's an awfully long way to go. Hat Creek, this is called. Again, as I say, Floor Muskeg is not a map I am very familiar with. I've always kind of shied away from it, because every time I come here, if I try to do anything other than just pass across it to get to the other side, I end up dying. I never survive very well in Floor Muskeg, so it's somewhere I tend to steer clear of. I'm inclined to just sort of stay to the right and keep hugging around the edge. My torch is about to go out as well. I'm going to grab these reishi mushrooms, and I'm keeping on picking up sticks as well. There's plenty of these scrub bushes about, which will give us sticks as well, which we're going to need for fires. I had some coffee, by the way, before I left that campfire up at the top. I just drank some coffee, so that's given me a warmth bonus and an energy bonus, which I felt I needed. It's my old trick that I always used to do in my very, very early gameplay of the Long Dark, so I thought I'd revive said old trick, since I don't tend to do it so much now. Actually, I don't really know why. It's a good routine to try and get into. I'm going to try and harvest a few of these scrub bushes, because they give us a decent number of sticks. They don't take very long to get. And temperature-wise, it's actually not too bad anyway at the moment, so now might be the time to just harvest a few. There's a rope drop there, but no rope on it. Okay, so my fatigue reducting and warmth benefits have expired. So no matter. Yep, there is a rope drop there, but no rope on it. I don't know where that kind of comes from or goes to, but I am just grabbing sticks because it's about the only firewood that I'm sort of picking up on the fly here. I'm going to harvest plenty of these reishi mushrooms as well as we go. Is there a sustainable food source that we're going to need as we go? Okay, so I'm going to make my way again around the edge. I don't think we need to worry too much about bears, because the only bear that's stalking us is the old bear, and that's appearing at very, very specific scripted times, so I don't think there's any other bears just generally wandering about. It's wolves I'm worried about, and there's another wolf howl. Loads of wolves on this map. Loads of them. They're everywhere. I think we're heading towards darkness. We are. Okay, so we are... I'm checking on the map. I don't normally check on the map. You won't see me checking the map too often, but I am sort of checking on the map quite a bit, because I don't want to get lost. That would be the worst possible thing to do when our condition is already this low. We've kind of had a bit of a baptism of fire. We've got some saplings there that normally I would harvest, but I'm not going to bother with here in Wintermute. There's no real benefit to it. You can play Wintermute like that if you want, but I'm too impatient. I like to work through the story, and since I don't have to, since survival is a little bit easier in Wintermute than it is in survival mode, I'm not generally bothering too much. You're a bit more nomadic than I normally am. Okay, we're heading up to the railway line. That seems like a good place to think about a camp. It's maybe in the tunnel mouth, which we're pretty close to. There's a wolf. Literally. Oh! Okay, not good. Here we go again. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit fed up with this. I'm starting to get a bit old now. Direct hit. Don't want to use too many of these flare shells up. Of course it's coming back this way. Of course it is. Meaning that entire thing was a complete waste. I'm going to try and keep that flare between me and the wolf, in the hope it won't come past it. That's my hope anyway. Well, that didn't work. Okay, the wolf is not gonna go away. Although it doesn't... No, it is. It is stalking us. Okay, let's try going around this way then. Let's see if we can leave it behind. The problem I've got from here is it is a fair old trek back to Poacher's Camp. Poacher's Camp is an awfully long way away from here. Right, we're now going to brave Sir Robin it and see if we can leave the wolf behind. As long as we don't get a sprain. Near wolves. I don't think we've left it behind. I think it's still there. I'm kind of almost tempted to maybe just even pass through to Broken Railroad and just camp on the other end of the tunnel. I mean, in theory, if I place a fire down here right in the mouth of the tunnel, I think, yeah, let's pass through to Broken Railroad. I think it'll be a bit safer. Knowing that the wolf won't follow us through, we should be able to camp down on the other side of the tunnel here in Broken Railroad. If we just kind of reuse our campfire that we've used before, I'm sure we can relight that fire. That will just keep us relatively safe on this side of the tunnel, and then we can think about heading back afterwards. And hopefully the wolf would have gone, and all will be good.
Turned out pretty well.
Yep, that worked. Let's get some... let's stick the ruined torch on there, and then let's bung a fair number of these sticks. We're carrying a lot of them, let's be honest. So let's chuck that many on. So that's 3 hours. This is what the temperature's like. Feels like 11. Air temperature 1. So we're actually pretty warm at the moment. Whoop, hang on. It wouldn't let me put my bedroll down. Why wouldn't it let me do that? There we go. Oh, it's because it's... Right, I see the problem. This is actually a little awkward. Nope. I don't really want to put the bedroll down on that side of the fire, if I can. Yeah, it's the only slight problem with camping in this corner here. It's, sleeping is actually really quite tricky. But we really need to, because we need to get our condition up. Yeah, whenever that comes up. I think I'm going to have to camp on this side of the fire. Which just makes me just a tad anxious. That puts us on the outside instead of the inside. Unless I can get the bedroll down for this side. No, I think just it's where I've put... I think in future when I put a fire in this tunnel mouth, I might not... I might put it just a little bit further out. I can't... Oh, it went green. That'll do me. Technically I'm lying on a rail, but it doesn't really matter. So we have a 3-hour fire. So I'm going to do 3 hours sleep. Hopefully that will get my condition up a little bit. But the fire won't go out. There we go. Oh, nice and clear night now. Half an hour left on that there fire. So let's take some food on board, because I want to keep that well-fed bonus. Which is going to become increasingly difficult the further down this we go, because we've kind of been eating our way through an awful lot of our... Let's chuck a few more sticks on there just to give me another hour on that fire. Will hopefully let me... I need to prepare some... hang on. I need to prepare things first, don't I? Let's just go back to crafting. Plenty of reishi mushrooms. Fire is down to embers pretty much. What's the temperature like? It's quite a clear night. I am almost tempted, you know, to go back the other way and just carry on going around in the dark, rather than waiting till daylight. What do we reckon? I'm going to drink some of the reishi tea that I already have. And I am tempted, very tempted. Let's make our way back. As it's a nice clear night, and hopefully it'll stay this way, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. We're going to try and travel at night. So we need to come out of this and we need to go to the right. And hopefully there won't be any wolves. Hopefully there won't be any wolves. I'm mildly on edge, I'm not going to lie. There's a wolf. But we're well over this side. Hopefully we can keep it that way. Now, one of the problems with travelling at night in the long dark, it is much harder to see for a start. Even on a very clear night like this, you can sort of make things out, but it's not as clear as obviously during the day. So you can't spot dangers as easily. It's also harder for you folks to see what's going on. YouTube, obviously, things always come out a little bit darker. I've actually noticed this. This is something separate. I've actually noticed this on my photographs as well. So obviously I'm a photographer. And when I'm printing photographs off for sale, when you print them, they always come out much darker in print than they do on the screen. So it's kind of the reverse problem. But when you publish videos as well that you've made, you make a video for YouTube and you sort of test it out, and it all looks kind of really cool and really works. But then you come to publish it and it always looks darker. And the other risk, of course, is if the weather decides to turn, such as it has here, you really can't see what you're doing. It whites out really, really quickly. And then it's really hard to see what's going on. Okay, I think because it's now virtually impossible to see, I'm going to make another fire. I'm going to disappear into a corner here. And make myself another fire. Hopefully if I... Ah! Okay, that's not a good thing. Can we get over to the other side? Or can we just duck into... Is this a suitable nook? This isn't weak ice. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna... see if I can get a... I'm just a little bit concerned there that if I stand there, I'm going to stand in the fire, which I don't want to happen. Been there, done that, looked like an idiot. Stick, cardboard matches, cattail head. I should be running out of tinder. But we can break sticks down into tinder, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to use some accelerant just simply because I want to make sure it lights. Okay, so this is another 50-minute fire. I'm going to drop myself back down behind here. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make my way through the night by hook or by crook. I shall see you on the other side, and then hopefully we can carry on down towards that last tower, the second tower rather. Okay, well, we are still, as you can tell, in the middle of the night, but I just wanted to give a shout out to anyone who was watching me leave my last fire screaming the word bedroll at me. Yep, I've left my bedroll behind. I have left my bedroll back in Broken Railroad by the other fire. In my haste to leave and with it buried in the track work, I completely forgot to pick it up. So now I do have a problem. I don't have anywhere to sleep. So I now have two options. I am caught a bit between a rock and a hard place here. I'm halfway between the tunnel and the tower. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to get through the night here by just passing time and just hoping that I can get moving again. I'm going to get to the tower, do what we need to do at the tower, then I'm going to go back and get my bedroll. Because it's an awfully long way to go and I am pretty well rested already, so we hopefully will get away with that slight mistake. The only downside is I've got a lot of time to pass. I'm going to pass 2 hours, but I need to keep a very sharp eye. Feels like -13, -14. Eek.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Basically because I'm running out of sticks. We've used an awful lot of firewood. Let's get a fire relit. That was perhaps a little bit of an error there. I should have kept that fire going.
That didn't work.
Especially since it didn't work. So we've now not got... Oh, I've actually got some newsprint here. So let me... Okay, well, let's hope that this fire will this time light. Using the one remaining tinder plug. And then we'll break down that newsprint into some more tinder plugs. We need to go on a mass firewood gathering expedition between here and the next tower.
Come on.
Yeah.
That did it.
Excuse me, there we go, right. Okay, so that's fire lit with a 55-minute duration. Hopefully that will sort out our hypothermia problems. We're coming up on...
I'm so hungry in my life.
No, you're not too bad. We actually have plenty of food, so I won't worry too much about it. Let's eat some sardines. There we go. And let's do some coffee as well. We're kind of coming up to that point. In fact, no, let's go one better than that. Let's Excuse me, I am very choked up today. Okay, there we go. So we're cooking some pork and beans. That's going to be warm for us. That'll give us calories, and it'll also sort our warmth bonus out. Hopefully we're going to be able to get moving fairly shortly. We're coming up on daylight. Although, to be honest, the warmth bonus will work for us anyway. Since we don't have a very long duration fire going on here. Okay, so we are basically just trying to step our way through the night in very little baby steps just to get ourselves through to the following morning so we can carry on. I can't really skip. It's tricky, to be fair, because we're not going to get our full warmth back before this fire burns out, and when it does, we are in trouble. Because I am very short now of firewood, and there is nothing really around where I am either. Plus it's very dark. This is another one of my slightly daft mistakes that I've made, where I perhaps should have just stopped being impatient and stayed put. That's really what I should have done. Don't be impatient and stay put. Well, it's getting clearer though. I can actually see what's happening on the other side there now. The rocks are coming back into clarity. So hopefully... Oh, the trees are coming back. You see, it clears really quickly around here with the accelerated weather. Hopefully that means that I'll be able to get moving fairly soon. I've got 30 minutes left on this campfire. If I hold on for 30 minutes, hopefully everything will come into view and we'll be able to get moving again. And then we can hopefully gather some more firewood on the way and make ourselves a fire when we get to the tower. But right now, thank you so much for joining me for some more Wintermute. As always, we're making our way to the second of the 3 towers we need to find on Forlorn Muskeg. Hopefully we can find them both and get ourselves back to Jeremiah and carry on. Also, see if we can finish the side missions we kind of abandoned in the last video. But thank you so much for joining me. As always, please remember, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Check out the playlist, which appear right at the very end of the video, for more Long Dark and Don't Starve and various other bits and pieces that I have as well. But thank you for joining me. Until next time, I made a bit of a mess of that. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again very, very soon.